Energy Week this week, and yet, for the second year in a row, this committee on a bipartisan basis seeks to destroy the offshore oil industry with unnecessary manning and crewing requirements that will cripple the industry and make us far more dependent on foreign sources of energy. This amendment would remedy this misguided effort by simply striking Section 346 of the ANS. The underlying provision applies manning and crewing requirements to foreign vessels operating on the outer continental shelf. Now, proponents, my friends, of this provision cloak themselves in the veil of national security and creating American jobs. Unfortunately, this provision threatens both. In fact, under this provision, so long as the ship is owned, crewed, and flagged by the Chinese or Russians, they can operate on the outer continental shelf. That's right. As Mr. Garamendi already noted, our worst enemies can continue to operate under this provision as long as they own, crew, and flag the ship. This clearly does not improve our national security, and any argument to the effect is an obfuscation of the truth. While there is a hypothetical situation where this creates a few jobs in the long term, the immediate impact on jobs will be devastating, and the net result will be a loss of American jobs. The truth is that supporters of the underlying provision are creating yet another layer of protectionism in our maritime laws as a handout to special interests without regard to the consequences of such actions. Here are the consequences: a halt to offshore energy projects under construction and killing the potential for future projects, an estimated $27 billion in Gulf oil and gas development projects killed overnight. For every oil rig that is not created because of this misguided attempt to provide handouts to special interests, there are hundreds of downstream and direct maritime jobs actually lost. Through 2030, it is estimated that this provision will reduce annual investments by more than $15 billion, reduce supported employment by 137,000, reduce annual GDP by $12.6 billion, and reduce U.S. oil production by 600,000 barrels a day. That's staggering. All that's staggering to me. Killing jobs, reducing economic output, and increasing reliance on foreign oil producers, that's not good for American jobs, the maritime industry, or our national security, yet that's what the impact of this provision will be. This attack on our domestic energy supply is expected from the other side of the aisle, but it's disappointing to me to see our folks fall into the same trap. Now, unfortunately, this will prevail over my objections, so I will ask unanimous consent to withdraw this amendment, but let's be honest with ourselves, this very provision threatens to derail the Coast Guard reauthorization process because of how destructive it will be to our offshore oil industry. As long as this provision is included in the bill, unfortunately, I'll be forced to oppose it. With that, Mr. Chairman, I ask unanimous consent to withdraw.